Hi, Ian Hamilton here.
And Cassie Bond.
And Cassie Bond. And we're not going to talk about alkalising particularly today, but we are going to talk about stress management. And Cassie has just taken over the customer support, customer support. And we're having some very interesting experiences, which I think we can all learn from, because customer support is one of the hardest things you can possibly do on a continual basis, because you can't keep everybody happy. So
I realised too, just thinking about it just a minute ago, was that, we all talk about how we can't talk to a person anymore, and I think there's a reason for that. I think that there's just less and less people who are willing to do the customer service support, not because of most people are very, very, very gracious and very sweet, but there are a percentage of people who do make a customer service person's life a bit hard.
So tell us about your boundaries with customer support and the lessons you're getting. You had an example you talked to me about this morning.
Yes. Well, I made a sale at the beginning of the week, and very remissly of my own.
Remissly?
Is that a word?
No,
doesn't matter. I left that order in my book, and I had crossed it off as if I'd done it. In my mind I had, but of course I hadn't actually done it at all. And so the customer in question rang me up, and she said, what's happened to my order? And I looked through my records and I realised I hadn't made the order, and I apologised very much for it. And I said, I don't know how I managed to do it, but I managed to cross it off thinking that I'd done it, and I will send it out straight away today, and we will send you the tracking number, because she asked for the tracking number. Well, by the end of the day, Erica, our warehouse manager, hadn't actually done the tracking number to her, which I had requested of her.
So we did another mistake.
So we made another
Two
mistake.
mistakes.
And this lady, my customer, she rang and she told me many times, many times, how this is not good enough. And I went, yes, you're right, and but I had to listen to it again and again, and really, by the end of a long day, Friday, I just realised that there was something not right with what's going on, and in a sense I had lost what my main principle is that it's not about keeping the customer happy, it's also about being authentic and powerful in my own being. And so what I had sold myself for was the sale, and I didn't recognise that till in the middle of the night. And when I realised that what I'd done, I had to actually remedy it as quickly as I could. So in the middle of the night, I got up and I sent this customer an email saying, look, I'm so sorry that I've inconvenienced you, and I'll just read it to you what I actually wrote.
Here we go, I'll pull up the laptop.
And yes, I feel very uncomfortable with the sale of the UltraStream and the Ionizers kit to you, as you quite clearly feel you have been very inconvenienced. Let us mitigate problems through the sale. I would like to refuse the package when you go to your post office in that way it will be quickly returned to us and you will receive a full refund. I hope you find the service you would like to get elsewhere. We are a small company who are made up of human beings who have bad and good days and are doing our best to get through very bad economic times. Now, the reason why I said about the staff is because I had mentioned to her that our warehouse manager had a very busy day the day before, and she said to me, well, that's no excuse. And I at the time kind of felt and took that on a little bit, and then I realised, no, that's not what I stand for now. I stand for reality and authenticity, and we need to be authentic. And I feel when I am authentic and in a polite way, I gain so much more, and so is my relationship with my customers. Because in reply this morning, which was very, very sweet from this customer, she emailed me back in a lovely way and just said, look, I'm so sorry, I've had such a bad day myself, I felt so overwhelmed, and and she said, I really don't want to. I really want this
I
UltraStream.
was looking forward to the UltraStream. Now you're telling me I don't have to have it.
How can I make amends? I'm sorry. And I just thought, and I'm going to write back and I'm going to say, you know what? I know it's not all your fault because I actually got caught by the sale. And that's not where it's at. It's just not at that place. This is not what I want my business to be about.
It's about relationship. It's about being authentic in a relationship.
It's very exciting.
About honesty. And this is very exciting because there's some idea in the business world that you have to put it over people. You have to make them think you're a certain sort of person that is in line with the marketing hype.
Yes.
And it's horrible.
Yes, it is horrible.
Yeah.
It's an inauthentic way.
I think most people are sick to death of it.
Yeah, I think it's the inauthentic way that we've all been taught, you know, or we think we
present
taught.
yourself. You know, I remember how I hated wearing a suit at work. Oh my God, this is me. Look at me now.
Yeah. So it was a great ending and self-empowering for me. So I feel like I can go back on Monday very happily, being the support department because I know I can look after myself. I can trust myself to look after me. That that small child was crying out in the middle of the night last night to be looked after, and I did what I needed to do in order to do that.
So all you support people out there, we know how it is, and we know that you think it's only going to get worse, but there is another way to think about it, and it's about what you stand for, how authentic you are, whether you're able to tell the truth. The only question is, if your boss doesn't want you to tell the truth, leave. Yeah,
leave. Get together with somebody who has an authentic belief in what they want in their company.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's so much better.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for listening.
Bye-bye.
This is, what is it? The return of the Jedi in the form of the support person.
Yeah, it's a different thing. Okay.
Ciao,
thanks.
ciao.
Bye.